Quick disclaimer before the video begins, this is a game that I've been working on since March 2023, and all these are videos that were on my old channel, but, since then my channel's been hacked and taken down, so none of my videos survived. But this is from 2 years ago, so you're gonna hear a 15-year-old Jordan baby voice. But after all of the devlogs contained in this video, I will update you on what it's currently at and what I plan on doing with it. If you do end up enjoying, please subscribe.
Guys, it's official. As you can see, I have released YouTube Clicker Alpha 1.2, and this is the general notifications channel in the Discord server, which is where I will post every one of my updates and some opinions, like this song is such a vibe. Cheeseburger family. Anyway, there's the pre-alpha, which has the same link to the same game, which will just bring you to this game, because it includes the update with the link. Alright, as you can see, this is the game. It's looking pretty primitive. There will be an aesthetic update eventually, but this is the update. This is what it is for now. The goal is 1,000 subs, and to get that, you need about 150,000 views, which is going to take you a while. But yeah, there's a perk that you unlock at sub count 10. To get to sub count 10, though, you're going to need like 500 views. So basically, you're just going to sit here, either tapping your screen or clicking your mouse. I've also added a feature for laptops. If you don't want to spam click your mouse, just press spacebar. It saves you a lot of pain. This is why I added an auto clicker for my I downloaded an auto clicker when I was first testing this game, because I knew I wasn't going to actually sit there clicking for like an hour. By the way, this game's gameplay, it's a lot less than an hour, don't worry. Once you hit 500 views, you get 10 subs and an auto clicker, which clicks a lot faster than my auto clicker, sadly. But yeah, your subs will skyrocket as your views skyrocket. This lock right here was meant for another perk, but I never got down to adding it. But, yeah, leave your suggestions in the comments section. Once this game gets an aesthetic update and a soundtrack update, I promise you, this game will be a lot more fun to play. I'm gonna add a couple more perks as well. Maybe a new level once you reach 1,000 subs. Some sub buttons, like when you hit, like, 10,000 subs or 100,000 subs. Those sub buttons, like, golden YouTube buttons, silver YouTube buttons, diamond YouTube buttons, those kind of buttons. I might add those in eventually. Just not in the aesthetic update or the soundtrack update. Those are the two updates that are for sure coming up next. But if you do end up enjoying playing this game, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, join my Discord server, where I will be posting updates for all the games I'm inventing. And, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Alright, guys, here's an update on how the aesthetic update for YouTube Clicker's going. I'm not screen recording this on my computer, because I think that's just ridiculous, but, first of all, we've got labels, analytics, YouTube Clicker itself. I'm gonna label that perks. And, I've not a clue what to do with this empty space, but I'll find something. But we've got the actual smooth YouTube button instead of that pixelated one we had before. New background and everything, because the old background was getting kind of old, obviously. And, look at the smooth animation, guys. It's so satisfying. Okay, it's probably horrible because I'm recording it with my phone, but look at this, guys. Hold on, I'll just click it, because that's, yeah, look at that smooth animation, guys. Tell me that isn't satisfying with a straight face. Welcome to YouTube Clicker 1.3.2. The trailer. Yeah, this probably isn't going to come out until about June, so might as well make a trailer at least. The last update was 1.2.
I will show you how we added numbers. So the second number that shows up is obviously the major updates, and then the third number that shows up are the minor updates. There were no minor updates for 1.2, so it was just 1.2, meaning there was 2 minor updates for YouTube Clicker and 1 major one since 1.2. First, the major update is the complete menu redesign. Obviously, I thought that gray background was gonna come back and bite me, so I changed it up a bit, and I am glad I did. Look at this. Look at this beautiful beautiness. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Anyway, next, we've got the 2 minor updates, which are the updating of the smooth YouTube button from the old blocky YouTube button. It looks way better now. And for our last little update we've got here is changing your channel name, which is insane. We didn't have that before. It still doesn't change the end screen message though. Anyway, if you want to see this update for yourself, subscribe and turn on the notification bell to get announcements for updates. See ya, I guess. I don't know. Guys, the YouTube Clicker 1 point whatever it's gonna be isn't gonna be an audio update, because I couldn't configure the audio to work exactly, so I'm gonna do the extension update instead. Here's a clip. So first we've got our fancy little title screen here. Just fire up the game and show you what it looks like in the game so that that panel isn't on there. So here is our title screen. It looks amazing. Click the play button and you've got 2 new tabs here. Well, there was a tab here, but it was split into 2 technically. And it used to say that the extension update was coming soon, but here's the extension update. We're doing it. And here it says subscribe, which you should probably do. And then I'm going to implement some kind of self-promotion. And because this is the extension update per se, we're going to have a way to be monetized at 1,000 subscribers. So instead of a winning notification, it's more of a gaining monetization notification in your first check. And obviously it is the extension update. Again, I'm mentioning this. So I had to extend the code, because if I don't extend the code, the game won't go anywhere. I'm gonna have to extend it a lot, like a lot. But the next goal in this update is gonna be to get a silver play button, which is 100,000 subscribers. So you're basically gonna complete the old game 100 times, guaranteeing more gameplay. Guys, welcome to YouTube Clicker 1.4.5, starting with the title screen. Now, you won't notice much differences at first, but if you look closer, 1.4.5 is a bit different. Once again, I'm going to show you how we added numbers. So, the first obvious update is a small one, which is the title screen. Next, we added monetization, which currently isn't used, but in the next update, we're going to add a bunch of promotional things that are bought with money. And then finally, the big one is the 100k subscribers. We upped the subscriber goal by about 100 times the original goal. And as you can see in the corner here, there's a sneaky little orange button I call the dev button. That's going to be still in the game, but it's out of the frame, so you can't click it. The reason I added it is because I was sick and tired of just putting an auto clicker on and waiting for the game to end. So I added it to like instantly add 150,000 views, so I could go to whatever part of the game I want to. It's really handy. At the time I called it 1.4.3 because I didn't know if I was going to add title screen. I just thought I was going to add monetization and that's it. Welcome to YouTube Clicker Alpha 1.4.8, the last update before 2.0. I promise you that. This is going to be a fairly small update, which is why it's only 1.4.8. Only 2 small updates more than 1.4.5. So the first update is obviously the auto clickers. I added 2 new auto clickers titled Better Auto Clicker and Ultra Auto Clicker. These auto clickers were designed to make the game a lot faster to go through, because the game is 100 times longer than the original, which is kinda sad. You need 100 times the original goal, which is 150,000 views, and 1,000 subscribers. And I made these auto-clickers to get to that goal faster, so that the player is still engaged and still having fun, instead of just sitting there waiting and clicking, saying, "Oh, when is it going to end?" Alright, the final update is editing the original auto-clicker, which had a couple of bugs, which I worked out insanely well. Also, a quick disclaimer, these numbers right beside the auto-clicker names, those are to describe how long the auto-clicker will last for. The regular auto-clicker being 10 seconds, the better auto-clicker being 15 seconds, and the ultra auto-clicker being 1 minute. As you can probably imagine, too, the cooldowns are longer as the auto-clickers get better. The original one has a 30-second cooldown, and the better auto-clicker has a 35-second cooldown, while the ultra auto-clicker has a 2-minute cooldown. And last but not least, out of the descriptions of the auto-clickers is the amount of subscribers you have to obtain them. The original auto-clicker has always been unlock Burke at subcount 10. That has even been in pre-alpha. Now, the better auto-clicker is unlocked at subcount 50, and the ultra auto-clicker, last but not least, is unlocked at 2,000 subs. The person who gave me the awesome idea of not releasing another update until 2.0 was Aided Meteor. So instead of all these mediocre updates, I could just focus on one bigger and better update. Guys, YouTube Clicker Alpha 1.4.11 is officially here. This will 100% be the last update before 2.0. Like I said in the last few videos, I've only made 3 small changes. One, I made the auto clickers more efficient because you kinda need 15 million views to complete this game. So yeah, you're gonna need efficiency. Second, I made sure the text variable for subcount was always linked up. 3, I fixed an old bug that carried all the way from pre-alpha to 1.4.8, which was a gap between 200 views and 450 views. Once you reached 200 views, you didn't get any more subscribers until 450 views. So, I checked back and flipped the code around. It was backwards. Guys, YouTube Clicker Beta 2.0 is officially here. And as you can probably tell by this picture, it is the Red Diamond update, which features the Red Diamond play button, which is only owned by 7 channels worldwide. In this update, the first obvious thing, I extended the code to 100 million subscribers as the final goal, and I made a couple of GUI updates, such as the version update. Obviously, I update that every update now. Next update I added was music, and the volume can be controlled by this little bar right here, along with literally every other sound effect in the game, meaning sound effects from clicking the button, from auto clickers, and from pretty much everything I added a sound effect to. And then one obvious update, but I'm not going to show the picture because I didn't care to take one. I added a gold play button for 1 million subs, then a diamond play button for 10 million subs, and then obviously the game's main focus, the 100 million subscriber goal, which is the red diamond play button. And for the last but not least update that I added, got a nice little end screen for you guys. But if you want to see the full thing, you're gonna have to play the game yourself. I recommend you actually use an auto clicker because there's no way you're gonna sit through, like, literally 20 minutes of playing. I mean, it's possible, but the journey to 2,000 subs for the Ultra Auto Clicker is kinda tough. If you're willing to go through that, then go ahead. It's not that bad. But anyway, since I thought the analytics for GD.games would be way better, there are 2 different versions in the description. One of them is the one on itch.io, which is the original uploading site, but the analytics, they're just not as good as GD.games. So yeah, both links, itch.io and GD.games, will be in the description. And I would like to remind you guys, as of the time I'm filming this video, I'm currently at 187 subscribers. So I'd really appreciate it if we got to 200 subs before August. And at this rate, I think we can hit it. I appreciate all the subs, and I appreciate the support you guys have given me along the way.
Sorry for that 15-minute lobotomy. But since that last video, I started it over from scratch. I started YouTube Clicker over from scratch because the initial files, the file folder, was not linked to the engine, and I lost it initially. I think I may have deleted it, but if I dig hard enough, I think I could find it and probably work on it again. But I don't think I will. But point is, I started from scratch. I got the initial game that I already had done. And then I got way too ambitious with different planets and different mini-games. I was gonna do this all, but I don't think I will, and I don't think I would've if I could. And the chances of me editing YouTube Clicker right now are not very probable. Most likely, I'm going to continue developing Flesh Martyr, and I'm going to finish Flesh Martyr before I tend to my first brainchild. Trust me, after Flesh Martyr's done, and it's released, and all the levels are finished, and it's complete, and it's released, I will tend to my first brainchild from 2023. It's gonna be hard, but it's gonna be good. These videos really showed how much my editing has grown over those months, and just over the years in general, and obviously my voice has changed. I still look like Sheldon, apparently, but you know, you win some, you lose some. But yeah, if you want to stay updated, click the notification bell and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.